Imagine walking into a room where someone speaks only when necessary. Their words carry weight, their presence commands respect, and their silence leaves a lasting impression. This is the power of silence, a timeless trait embraced by Stoics and great thinkers alike. Silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's a deliberate choice that reflects wisdom, control, and depth. In a world filled with endless chatter, staying silent allows you to rise above distractions and focus on what truly matters. The great Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "Say only what is necessary, speak only when it improves upon the silence." By practicing silence, you gain clarity and sharpen your mind. You avoid impulsive reactions, observe situations with greater insight, and approach challenges calmly. Silence also disarms others, as they cannot predict your thoughts or intentions. It becomes your shield in conflict, strength in adversity, and guide to inner peace. The power of silence lies in its subtlety, unspoken, yet profoundly impactful. Are you ready to embrace it? Number 1. Silence causes confusion for the opponent. In the realm of human interaction, silence can be a weapon more powerful than words. When confronted by an adversary, staying silent leaves them uncertain and unsettled. The Stoics understood this well. Choosing silence in moments of conflict demonstrates control over emotions and keeps the opponent guessing. Silence disrupts the rhythm of those who seek to provoke or manipulate. When someone expects a quick reaction but is met with calm silence, they are forced to fill the void. This often leads to them revealing more than intended or making mistakes out of frustration. Sun Tzu captured this strategy in The Art of War, stating, "Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt." By refusing to engage in impulsive arguments or verbal battles, you maintain an air of mystery and control. Your silence says, "I won't play by your rules." It shifts the power dynamic in your favor and forces the opponent to second-guess their actions. Silence isn't a weakness, it's strategy. The less you say, the more unpredictable and powerful you become. Number 2. Eliminate distractions. In a world drowning in noise, the ability to eliminate distractions through silence is a rare and invaluable skill. The Stoics believed that true focus and clarity could only be achieved by silencing the external and internal chaos that clouds the mind. Distractions come in many forms: endless notifications, idle chatter, or even our own wandering thoughts. By embracing silence, we create a sanctuary for the mind, a space to concentrate on what truly matters. Seneca once remarked, "If you are everywhere, you are nowhere." Silence helps us reclaim our attention, anchoring it to the present moment. When you eliminate distractions, your productivity soars and your decision-making sharpens. Silence allows you to prioritize your goals, reflect deeply, and act with intention rather than reacting impulsively. It's in the quiet moments that breakthroughs occur and clarity emerges. By mastering the art of silence, you develop the discipline to ignore what doesn't serve you and focus entirely on your purpose. Silence isn't just an absence, it's the foundation of a focused, powerful mind. Number 3. Silence attracts attention. In a society obsessed with speaking, those who master silence inevitably draw the most attention. Silence is not passive. It's an active force that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. When you remain silent, people become intrigued. They sense depth and mystery, qualities that are often absent in those who constantly speak. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wisely noted, "The things you think about determine the quality of your mind." When you embrace silence, you create an aura of presence. Others notice your calm demeanor, your thoughtful pauses, and your ability to observe rather than react. It's the silence of a person who knows their worth, who doesn't feel the need to fill every space with words. This quiet power draws others in because it conveys confidence, control, and introspection. People are naturally attracted to those who exude such qualities, as they seek guidance from those who can listen and reflect. Silence, in this sense, is magnetic. It makes you stand out in a world that often overlooks those who speak too much. Master silence, and you'll find that the more you say nothing, the more you communicate everything. Number 4, silence builds strength. Silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to inner strength. When faced with adversity or conflict, those who choose silence exhibit a resilience that goes unnoticed by many. The ability to remain silent in moments of tension requires profound self-control, which is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus taught, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, strength lies not in speaking loudly or reacting impulsively, but in cultivating the discipline to remain composed. Silence forces us to be present, to resist the urge to speak out of frustration or pride. It allows us to respond with purpose rather than emotion. Over time, silence becomes a practice that strengthens our character. It teaches patience, humility, and focus. Instead of rushing to fill the space with words, we learn to observe, reflect, and act thoughtfully. This builds mental fortitude, making us better equipped to handle life's challenges with poise and dignity. In every moment of silence, you are building a quiet strength that speaks louder than any words ever could. Number 5, freedom from pride or arrogance. Silence is a powerful antidote to pride and arrogance. In a world where constant self-promotion and the need to be heard are often celebrated, the Stoics recognize that true wisdom lies in restraint. Choosing silence allows us to detach from the need to assert ourselves or prove our worth through words. Pride often stems from an insecurity that compels us to seek validation from others. When we speak too much or too loudly, we signal that we need others' approval. In contrast, silence reflects confidence in who we are without the need for external validation. It's the wisdom that our value does not depend on how much we speak or how others perceive us. Seneca wrote, "A proud man is always looking down on things and people. And of course, as long as you're looking down, you can't see something that's above you." By embracing silence, we free ourselves from the trap of pride. We elevate ourselves beyond the need to boast, and in doing so, we gain the humility that Stoicism encourages. In silence, we are liberated from arrogance, able to listen, learn, and grow, remaining grounded in the knowledge that our actions speak louder than any words ever could. Number 6, silence in negotiations. In the art of negotiation, silence is a strategic tool that often holds more power than words. The Stoics understood that when faced with a challenge, maintaining composure and silence can give you the upper hand. Silence creates a space where emotions settle and logical thought can prevail. When negotiating, silence forces the other party to fill the void, often revealing more than they intend. It disrupts their rhythm and compels them to offer concessions or clarify their position, all while you remain calm and observant. Epictetus emphasized, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." In the same vein, in negotiation, less can often be more. By saying less, you maintain control and allow the other side to do more of the talking. Silence in these moments also demonstrates confidence. When you speak sparingly, you signal that your words are valuable and not to be wasted. This tactic shifts the power dynamic, giving you the advantage of listening more than speaking and responding thoughtfully. In the end, silence in negotiations isn't about avoiding conversation. It's about choosing your moments wisely and allowing others to speak themselves into agreement. Number 7, kind and considerate regard for others. Silence can be one of the most profound expressions of kindness and consideration. In many situations, choosing not to speak allows space for others to express themselves freely without interruption or judgment. The Stoics knew that true wisdom often lies in understanding when to listen rather than talk. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." In our conversations, we often waste time with words that don't serve us or others. By practicing silence, we give others the gift of our full attention, showing that we value their thoughts and emotions. This thoughtful approach fosters empathy, strengthens relationships, and creates an environment where people feel respected and heard. Kindness in silence also manifests when we refrain from saying hurtful or unnecessary things. In moments of tension or disagreement, staying quiet can prevent the escalation of conflict, demonstrating patience and emotional maturity. In a world that often rushes to speak, silence offers a quiet form of love, one that nurtures understanding and compassion. Through silence, we learn to be more present for others and foster deeper, more meaningful connections. Number 8. The art of deep listening. Deep listening is an often overlooked skill, and silence is its foundation. When we choose to remain silent, we open ourselves to truly hearing what others are saying, not just their words, but their emotions, intentions, and unspoken messages. The Stoics believe that one of the highest virtues is the ability to listen attentively and with empathy. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, encourages us to listen to everyone and learn from them. Silence allows us to do this fully, without the distraction of formulating our own response while the other person is speaking. It requires the discipline to resist the urge to interrupt and the patience to absorb every detail of what's being communicated. Deep listening creates space for understanding, which is the bedrock of effective communication and meaningful relationships. When we listen without judgment or rushing to speak, we show respect for the other person's experience. It also allows us to better understand our own thoughts and reactions, fostering self-awareness. In a world full of noise, deep listening through silence becomes a rare and powerful skill, one that fosters connection, clarity, and wisdom. By mastering this art, we cultivate more enriching interactions and a greater understanding of those around us. Number 9. The art of reflective wisdom. Reflective wisdom is the quiet process of turning inward, pondering experiences, and learning from them. Silence provides the space for this reflection, allowing us to examine our thoughts, actions, and the world around us with clarity. For the Stoics, moments of silence were seen as essential for gaining wisdom, as they created the conditions needed for introspection and growth. Seneca emphasized, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." In silence, we confront our inner thoughts and emotions without the distractions of external noise, enabling us to identify distorted thinking and achieve a deeper understanding of ourselves. Reflection allows us to align our actions with our values, leading to greater personal integrity and decision-making. Through reflective wisdom, silence becomes a tool for learning, helping us process events with a calm, measured perspective. It enables us to step back from impulsive reactions and instead approach challenges with thoughtful consideration. Reflective wisdom also enhances our resilience, as we can see setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than defeat. In the stillness of silence, we discover that true wisdom doesn't come from constant talking, but from the deep reflections that shape our actions and perspective on life. Number 10. Resilience and adversity. Silence is a powerful ally in times of adversity, strengthening our ability to endure and overcome life's challenges. When faced with hardship, it's easy to succumb to emotional turmoil or react impulsively. Yet, the Stoics believed that in silence, we find the strength to confront adversity with grace and composure. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In silence, we gain the space to process setbacks, to accept them without panic, and to determine how best to move forward. Instead of being consumed by our reactions, we learn to meet difficulty with calmness and resilience. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about how we respond to them. Silence allows us to pause, assess the situation, and develop a thoughtful strategy for overcoming obstacles. In moments of crisis, the ability to stay silent and composed fosters mental clarity, enabling us to act with wisdom rather than being driven by fear or frustration. By embracing silence during adversity, we cultivate the inner strength to face life's storms, knowing that our response is what shapes our fate, not the obstacles themselves. Number 11. Embrace the silence. To truly embrace the silence is to recognize its transformative power. In a world filled with noise and constant stimulation, silence offers us the rare opportunity
to reconnect with our inner selves and the present moment. The Stoics understood that in silence, we find clarity, peace, and strength, qualities that are often overshadowed by the clamor of daily life. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." By embracing silence, we stop feeding the noise in our minds and allow space for true understanding. Silence quiets the endless stream of thoughts, enabling us to focus on what matters and to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and patience. When we embrace silence, we step into a place of intentional stillness. It becomes a practice of mindfulness, allowing us to listen deeply, reflect meaningfully, and engage with the world from a place of calm strength. This silence fosters growth, as it enables us to learn from our experiences and act with purpose rather than reaction. In the quiet of silence, we find freedom from the pressure to speak, the need to impress, and the distractions that pull us away from our true selves. Embracing silence is a deliberate choice to live with greater awareness, equanimity, and resilience.
Take a moment of stillness right now. Step away from the noise, find your inner peace, and let silence become your source of strength. Don't wait for tomorrow. Begin your journey to a more focused, resilient, and powerful life today. Are you ready to harness the power of silence? Start by being more intentional with your words and actions. Engage with the world from a place of calm and see how everything changes for the better. What's holding you back? Challenge yourself to embrace silence as a tool for growth, wisdom, and strength. Join the movement and discover how the quietest moments can lead to the most powerful transformations. Are you ready to change your perspective? Commit to moments of silence each day and witness how it sharpens your focus, nurtures your resilience, and transforms your approach to life. The power of silence is waiting for you. Begin incorporating it into your daily routine and unlock a new level of mental clarity, emotional strength, and peace. Start your journey today. Don't let the distractions take over. Commit to embracing silence and watch how it enhances your decision-making, builds resilience, and shapes you into the person you were meant to be. Take that first step now